Okay, believe we are. I think we're in. Yay! Hello, my players. Hello, chat. Welcome to tonight's episode of the Absolute Somethings in the 80's. This is our Tales from the Loop game set on Waiheke Island, New Zealand. So, if you're not familiar with the game setting, Tales from the Loop is an RPG set in the 80's. All the players control, their characters are kids, so they range from the ages. I think our group is 13 and 14. I think that's it. So it's very much like Stranger Things meets Scooby-Doo. There was another one meets the Goonies, but I think who mentioned that it's probably going to end up more like the Muppets?
The Muppets. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's the Muppet Stranger Things edition.
Yeah. So yeah.
But we want to be like the Goonies because we think we're that cool.
Yeah. And the scene is it is in the 80's, but there has been this technological marvel called the Loop, which has been constructed on Waiheke Island, which is a little island, 30 minutes by ferry, or probably an hour by ferry back in the 80's in New Zealand. And the loop itself is like a large sort of like particle collider, and it produces huge amounts of energy. Scientists have flocked to the area, and there's been all sorts of kind of technological marvels come out of the place. So that saying, there's robots sort of are around and they help out in everyday life. It's not an unusual thing to see robots kicking about. And an off-spill of being so close to this weird, amazing device is kind of odd things happen. There's these odd things that sort of leak into the community, and which is what our kids sort of find themselves investigating mysteries. So in the last game, we spent the session pretty much introducing the kids. They all had scenes from their everyday life, so involving their home life, what their relationships are with their other kids, stuff like that, and their journey to school. So it was a really good grounding session to get a feel for the dynamic in the group, essentially. Unfortunately, we're a player down tonight. Ryan can't make it, so sad face, poor Ryan. So essentially, his window, if you look at his window, he's grounded. He's going nowhere. There'll be no mystery investigations for Kenny the Hick. He's going to have to stay back at the dump and help clean up, because he's helping his parents own like the tip on Waiheke Island. So and I think his mum has just like sort of got got hold of this newfangled thing called recycling. Poor Kenny, he was caught watching the R-rated video, and he's been grounded, and his mum is making him work sorting out the recycling for the tip on the island, so we won't see him tonight. But from here, we'll go around the room, and my players can introduce who they are and who their kid is. So I think should we go the other way tonight? We'll go Leslie.
Oh, it's me. Hi. I don't know. I'm not watching the Twitch, so I don't know which way is which. Hi, I'm Leslie. I live in a cake on everything, and I am playing Whitney Lee. She is a 13-year-old nerd / weirdo who is very interested in aliens and what is out there. She doesn't mind being the weirdo. Is obviously the loser of the group. Well, co-loser
with everyone else.
Everybody else apart from Lizzie. And she carries around a notebook full of like alien conspiracies and a little comprehensive list for if aliens do come to Earth, they can have a little handbook of what to do.
Nice. Yeah. So in the last game, you've got a brother as well, haven't you?
I've got a brother, yes.
Yeah. So who thinks you're pretty weird? And you got a lift to school with Susan. So we'll move round to Kat.
So I'm Cat Tulip on Twitter. That's where you can find me. So I play Susie, who maybe is also the biggest loser in the group, along with Whitney. Well, that's certainly what her sister Elizabeth would say. So Susie's the bookworm. She's really interested in, she's very intelligent. She's very good at science and maths, but she's also starting to get kind of interested in fantasy and mysteries and that kind of sci-fi stuff. She's very interested in the information in the book that Whitney's writing about aliens. And is very interested in helping Whitney look into these kind of strange and mysterious things. I have my sister who also hangs out in the group. Looks after you. She's the leader. So that's Susie.
Awesome. And I think the dynamic between Elizabeth and Susie is like one of my favorites that we've seen so far. It's hilarious. So we're going to jump up to Elizabeth, the popular kid. So Angeli, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Angeli, Geek Girl Bookworm everywhere. You can find me, I do the things with the Geek Girl Bookworm. Just Google it, it's fine. I am playing Elizabeth. You've heard of her. She's pretty damn popular. So popular. She's even, she's not the oldest in the school, but like everyone knows she's infamous. I'm not going to say any more on that. She is reluctantly part of this group. She has to look after her sister, Susie Q, who hangs around with a whole bunch of weirdos, and Elizabeth does not trust them at all to look after her baby sister. By like 2 minutes.
Firstly, they're our friends, and secondly, we're the same age.
No, I'm older. It is well established. I am the older sibling, and therefore...
We're twins.
No, I came out first, therefore I'm older. That's how twins work. She has questionable relationships with these people, and while I don't like to associate with them at school, I will lower the bar of my popularity in order to keep Susie Q safe, especially from that weirdo Whitney who is talking about aliens and stuff. She is weird, and I have to keep my eye on her because she's weird. She's just weird. Okay.
She's different.
She's a weirdo.
Yeah, she's a weirdo. Cool. And lastly is Ray the Rocker. Hannah, do you want to introduce who you are and who you're playing?
Hello, I'm Hannah, Ronin_Summer on the socials. I play Ray, just Ray Thompson, the Rocker, with hippie parents, which he hates, and a hippie baby sister, which he's also not fond of. And he currently has trouble fitting in anywhere because he's a metalhead in the 80s, which is fine, on Waiheke Island, which is a lonely existence.
Yeah, I mean, I think back then it was all sort of like maybe sort of top 40 music, maybe Doors, stuff like that.
I mean, Doors are cool.
Yeah.
But, growing up in the Bay Area until he was 11, things are hard. But he keeps rocking, so let's see where this goes.
Awesome.
It's probably the coolest of the group, and it's still not cool, but
Yeah.
it's
He wants
tolerable.
somebody to be cool with,
yeah.
which he hasn't found yet.
Yeah, he's one of those probably quite I don't know, quite aloof maybe, and sort of like people don't quite get him, but
At least he thinks so.
yeah, but he's only 13, right? Yeah,
But he wants to be a rock star.
he wants to be a rock star. So I know he's probably a little bit sort of aloof now, but he's going to be the guy that when he's like 17, 18,
Oh yeah.
he's going to be hot. So anyway, that's the kids, and where we left off last time. They had all made their journey to school, and they're arriving by different methods. Ray, you got on the bus.
Yep.
Lizzie, you got on the bus as well, and you met up with the cool kids.
Yeah, and it's Elizabeth, not Lizzie.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Elizabeth got onto the bus. She turned down a lift with her sister and her mum to get a lift to school early, so she could hang out with her friends at the back of the bus.
Yeah.
Susan and her mum picked up Whitney on the way to school early, and I think they were going to go head to the library if they could before everything started. But as it happens, everyone's sort of arriving at the same time-ish. And Kenny, who's not here, stuck in that wacky rush.
We're stuck behind a sheep herd.
Yeah, that's what we say when we get to school. We're like, oh, it was the traffic, and you're like,
yeah, accurate. And Kenny made his way there on his kind of like homemade bike that he got from parts out of the dump. Oh, bless. So you turn up to school. Everyone's arriving. You make your way down to the sports hall, which doubles as like the assembly hall. In fact, it's the hall for everything that has more than like 20 people. And you file in. The teachers are sort of lining around the front of the hallway. The bleachers have been pulled out. And you all make your way up to your little groups. You sort of like sit in class groups, and within those class groups, you sit amongst your kind of like friends. I presume you don't kind of all sit together.
No.
I'd probably sit with Whitney.
Yeah.
Even though, technically, you're a year younger, aren't you? Because you're 13.
13, yeah.
You'll still be in the same year group, though. I mean, you might just be.
Yeah, no, could still be.
Older
So
than younger.
I'd probably sit with Whitney, and Elizabeth would probably try and sit as far away from me and Whitney as possible.
Yep, 100%.
Yep.
I haven't even walked into the hall with you, so
Yeah.
There is no way we are associated at all.
I made like
Unfortunately, we are.
a couple of glances, but yeah, no.
Yeah. So you make your way in, and there's different groups of kids. There's the cool kids. There's the science kids. It's as you would expect in a sort of like in a school. Everyone's sort of like hanging out with their buds, and then principal comes in. Principal Hicks, and he's in kind of like dress shorts and short sleeve button shirt. With a pocket protector. He's got long socks pulled up, and he's got proper shoes on, and he's got sort of like a receding. He's got the horseshoe and receding frizzy white hair.
Mate,
And he comes in.
my actual old principal.
Oh really? The stereotypical principal. So he teaches science sometimes as well. Steps in when he needs. And he comes up and stands in front of the class and the assembly, and he's like, "Kia ora and good morning, students. As you know, next week is the last week before the summer holidays, and we still have a lot to do. Yes, we're not getting off that easy, okay? Still got some stuff to do. A few items to get through today, okay." He's got his like little notepad. Whoever is tagging the buildings, stop it before you're caught, because it's only a matter of time. And he looks at his notes. Tahi Big Nut. Before we get you, Tahi Big Nut. and you hear some sniggering coming from a group of the cheeky kids, sort of towards the back, on the side of the beaches. And he goes, "Yes, we'll find you. Don't you worry, okay? And we'll be contacting your parents." Right, another item here. Skateboarding. Right, I know it's fun, but it's also dangerous. Can the skateboarders and the people who are rail grinding, don't do it, okay? Just don't do it. Right, you're damaging school property, and I will bill your parents for the RepairBot 3000's time and energy. All right. And a couple of the older kids, you can see them sort of like leaning over and giving them kind of like fancy kind of like bro shakes.
Bro shakes.
Yeah, whatever they're called. Pow, 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 yeah. And I'm going to pass you over to Janet Thompson. As you all know, she is the head of the PTA, and she's going to talk to you about the cultural event next week, which we've all been putting a lot of work into. So without further ado, Janet. And Janet Thompson comes out from the side. She's been standing straight against the side, and she walks directly in a straight line to where the principal is, turns around, faces you, and she's wearing like a pastel yellow polo shirt.
Oh my god.
Top button done up. And she wears high-waisted light grey slacks. Okay, taper down, taper all the way down, and a tennis shoe on the bottom.
Are they creased right down the middle as well?
So creased.
Oh, so creased.
Sharp.
Iron to a crisp.
Deadly. Yeah. And a pristine tennis shoe, white tennis shoe. She's got big glasses, and she's got big, intense eyes looking out. I mean, you don't know if it's just her normal eyes or if she's got a really like strong prescription, but she's just got these eyes
like big anime eyes.
Yeah, that stare out. And it's almost the eyes kind of don't move; they sort of just stay with her head. And she's got this big smile on her face as well.
I don't like her.
And she's like, "Hello, students. As we all know, the PTA is in charge of organising the Waiheke Summer Cultural Event, which is next week." Okay. The event will proceed like this.
What do you think? She could be an alien. Okay. It could be like one of those human suits.
We will talk about that later.
Thank you.
She's staring at us.
The event will proceed like this. A welcome onto the school, field and festival area. The tuck shop is open for drinks and snacks. The sculpture walk will be opened, which will demonstrate to our visitors some of the wonderful work our students have done this year. Some readings from the students. The hangi will be lifted and food will be made available. For anyone in the room who doesn't understand, a hangi is like a traditional kind of Maori feast where you cook your food in the earth. So
Real yum.
You bury it
Real
on hot
yum.
stones. It's like an earth pressure cooker essentially. Yeah, and it's quite special. It's a very special thing. Okay, after the hangi, the kapa haka performance will begin, and you hear a "yeah, oh Joyce" from someone like well, surprisingly, it's the same kind of like cheeky group of kids who also sniggered about the tagging on the walls. Okay, and after that, there'll be a short promotional film played, and then, of course, to finish off, there will be the disco, and all the yeah. There's lots of cheering going on. I'd just like to mention something special as well. The Golf News has informed us that there may be a TV2 reporter covering
TV2.
TV2. So
Gee.
not so. So I think back then there were 2 channels in New Zealand.
Yeah, there's 1 and 2, and 2 was the cool one. That's why I was excited.
Yeah.
Channel 2, bro, we made it.
So be on your best behavior, everybody. And after that, she's like, thank you. And she sort of like turns 90 degrees and then walks a straight line back and straight out the doors.
Whitney, do aliens possess people or do they pretend to be people?
I don't know. I think they pretend to be people. Maybe it's like an alien pretending to be a robot, pretending to be a people.
Oh, do you reckon? That would be interesting.
Everyone can hear you.
Oh, hey!
Hey, Lizzie!
I don't know you.
It's my sister!
Oh my god. Embarrassing.
So, and then I was like, all right. And Principal Hicks comes around and goes, okay, thank you, Janet. She's gone. She's gone. So obviously, she's got a lot on her plate. It's a big event. So, off to your classes and enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy your weekend, students. Take care. Bye. And all the staff clap. Okay, and off you go. You go to your class.
I'll see you at morning break, Susie.
Okay, you said you had something to tell me. So,
Yeah.
a morning break, tell me. And we'll talk about the alien woman again.
See you at the library.
Okay.
Cool. And you go off to your classes, and the morning goes fine. And it's lunchtime. Do you want to do anything at lunchtime?
Oh, we're totally catching up with Susie in the library about the weird rock that Dad had discovered. Well,
Wait,
they
you
had
want to
discovered
tell
and
me
they were going to
about-
split open.
Okay. Yep. We'll play that scene out. So there's like sort of like the bell rings, and the scene is like the camera's above the school. The bell rings, and all these kids just come flooding out of their classrooms and onto the fields, onto the jungle gym. Jungle gym.
Right?
Cool kids are just and popular kids probably just hanging out, loitering somewhere that they can't really be seen by teachers. And what we'll do is we'll play Whitney and Susan. Do you want to do a little scene at the library?
Yeah, so probably straight as soon as the bell for lunch goes, like we both leg it as fast as possible to the library. We get there, like, so what were you going to tell me?
So, I didn't see Dad this morning, but he left a message on the robot, on the house spot, that they were going to open up this rock they had found. They were going to split it today. And I was like, this
Okay.
weird rock.
Do you think it's an alien rock?
I think it's got to be like, why would he said I'd be interested in it. And I'm not interested in like any rocks because it's boring. But like if it's one from space, that's so cool.
But do they know what they're doing when they cut it open? Because I mean, I
Well, I
know there's
hope
lots of people. I could ask my dad if he knows anything about it next time he's
They
home.
might be working on it together.
They
I
might
don't
be.
know.
Do you think maybe I could see if there's anything in Dad's office about it?
I could come over after school and we could look together.
Oh, yeah.
And
we
then-
could say that we're doing homework. Maybe
Because
we're
there
doing.
would be.
Yeah. Well, exactly. I mean, it's pretty plausible.
Extracurricular
Actually,
reports,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well, so we're doing some extra because we are technically doing an extracurricular report on aliens and
And then we
making
could,
sure
like-
things are safe.
And then I could like give it to Mum and she could put it in the Gulf News for us.
Do you think she would?
And then she'd be a published author.
That would be amazing.
I had to
Do you
talk to
think
Mum-
that maybe we should also look into the robot alien woman too?
Oh, she's definitely a robot alien woman. Did you see her eyes? And they just sort of like didn't even move, but she moved. They moved like lasers. You know?
Maybe we should ask my mum when we're home later some subtle questions about, because Mum's on the PTA. And be like,
So I should
here's
have said that
the,
with her.
Yeah, is she always that weird, or some other less?
Has she
You're
been
really
like
good.
that forever? Yeah.
Yeah.
Has something happened in the last couple of months and she's changed to be like that? Like she might have been abducted.
Right. And then we could do a story about an alien rock and then a woman who's been abducted by aliens, and then that would be really good proof that they were
What
aliens.
if she came with the alien rock?
Oh, maybe. Then it would be really important that we discover this, because your dad would need to know in case she can tell him something about the rock, because it could be dangerous.
Yeah. And what if like she's on Earth to get the rock back? They could cause
Then
all
we have
sorts
to
of trouble
protect
for
your
Dad.
dad.
And yours, maybe, potentially. I don't know.
Do you think we're going to have to tell Elizabeth? Because then we might need to protect my family.
We could bring it up when we see them all next.
I was just
Like,
mention it to her in passing, maybe.
Yeah.
Or we could go and hang it at the secret hideout at some point, and maybe because we could, if we're going to have to fight some people like an alien robot woman, we might need like
Oh, no.
Ray at least. And
How do you
like,
fight
maybe
a
Kenny.
robot? And you know, I don't know if I want to fight an alien or so much as like befriend it. Because like, what if we become on side with the aliens and they maybe want to be our friends? Because that would be cool.
And
I think we
before
need
too
to do some
long,
research.
the bell ends your lunch break. So
We don't even
Have you
eat
got to
lunch.
eat?
We literally just discuss aliens.
Yeah, and we go and get books out about robots and
Okay.
aliens.
Yeah.
So while they're in the library, Elizabeth and Ray, do you want to have a lunchtime scene at all? You don't need to. We can just skip on.
I think our scene will probably be we give each other a very like
Yeah.
I mean,
Nod.
yeah.
Well,
I
I
doubt
wander
you'll
off.
probably be together, but if you want your
Yeah.
own individual scenes.
It's not of acknowledgement.
Cool.
very subtle from so and then I go and sit with the cool kids
Okay, cool.
who aren't eating because we want to be thin and therefore
Yeah.
we're they're smoking, I'm pretending to smoke.
Yeah.
I don't know, near the bike sheds. That's where things happened
Yeah.
when
Yep.
you were cool apparently.
Yep.
And that's what happens.
Okay.
For me, nothing out of the ordinary.
Sound. Okay. Fair enough.
Right.
So
Well, Ray will just have a look around for. Well, he missed Whitney on the bus because he didn't know she wasn't going by bus.
mhm.
He will have a brief scan and then sit down somewhere, eat his very healthy lunch, and continue to write some lyrics.
Nice.
So rock and roll.
Yeah.
Granola.
So what is it? You open up your lunch, and what is presented to you?
What did you give me? I think you gave me some granola, fruits, and veggies. So vegetarian.
Yep.
The hummus dip.
Hummus.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, it would be like onion dip, the Nestle onion dip.
The was it the Maggi
Maggi.
soup?
Yep.
Is it Maggi onion soup mixed with what was it mixed with? Sour
Reduced
cream or something? Cream cheese or
Reduced cream.
reduced cream?
Hang on.
Oh no.
This is in the bag I'm supposed to be sending to Hannah.
You've actually got it. Oh my gosh.
Reduced cream.
Reduced cream. Is that a
Onion dip.
onion dip? Is that a Kiwi care pack?
Yeah. And some really salted chip spray.
Yes, bro. Choice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's definitely a lunch you want to keep away from the cool kids anyway. So.
Yeah, I imagine that doesn't smell good.
Assuming a cool loner pose and writing lyrics in a notebook.
nice.
Cool load.
Cool in a pose.
Yeah.
It's a strong look. It's a strong
Yeah.
look. All right. So the bell goes. You all go back to your classes. Well, you're all in the same class. You're all in the same class? Because you can
We're in
stretch.
the same year, I imagine, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you head back, and you head off towards the swimming pool because this afternoon is PE. And you've got your bags, and you've got your swimming gear in it. You've got your togs and your towels, and you make your way over there. And your teacher, Mr. Rodney, the tall tall, hairy ginger PE teacher. It's like, come on, kids, hurry up. We haven't got all day. Go get yourselves changed and meet back out the side of the pool. And it's not it's an outdoor pool. It wasn't an indoor pool. Okay. All right.
Very rich.
Yeah, you're lucky it's not
Our school
salt.
didn't even have a pool.
It's not big. It's not big. It's
In a pond.
It's got sort of like that kind of like it's got a wire fence around it to stop people getting in on the weekends. Doesn't stop anyone getting in.
Unless you had a key from the
Oh,
PTA.
At least you had a key from the PTA. Oh,
Yeah.
I could get.
You paid $5 a month or whatever it was, and you got
right, yeah.
access to the school pools.
Sweet. I don't know. Has Susan and Elizabeth got the key? I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe
Elizabeth
we can get the
definitely
key.
does.
Elizabeth's probably made a copy of the key.
Yeah.
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 And given one to each of my friends.
Yeah.
And that's how I have my ultra cool status.
Yeah, and that's why you're tan. You just get like if you can't be bothered going to the beaches because it's all sandy. You'll just go to the school pool and sort of like just chill out there on the weekends sometimes.
A show.
For show. So you get change, and the changing block is like it's very basic. You know, it's sort of like boys go on one side, girls on the other, and you go through, and there's just like a thin wall. You can probably see each other's feet. You probably get like cheeky people trying to like have a little look underneath. Terrible.
Kids.
Yeah. So.
Those cheeky kids.
Yep. Anyway, and you come out. And
Boys.
yep.
Yeah.
You're all there, and Rodney's like, "Okay, we're gonna do practice our backstrokes today, and everyone sort of form into your house groups, into lines, and we're gonna go up and down in your house groups and do backstroke. Okay, off you go." And you jump and it's freezing. Okay, because you know it's a pool. It's not heated. It's outdoors, and you're doing this, and it's kind of boring. And you're there, and you're
I would just like to point out that I have got on massive goggles
okay.
and a bathing cap.
Yeah.
A bathing cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go around. Tell me what your swimming costumes are for this. What are your togs?
My togs are probably like this outdated floral print that's probably about 5 years out of season, like out of style.
Yep.
And it's probably slightly saggy around the butt because it's stretched out.
All right.
And I've got a blue swimming cap and oversized goggles.
Okay. Nice. Classy. Ray.
Probably something he got still in the US. You know, some slightly baggy swimming trousers.
It's like board
No
shorts.
banana hammocks.
Yeah, they're kind of trunks. You know, nothing tight.
But surfy.
Yeah, I think you call it that.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
I
Actually,
don't know. I don't know what you'd call it, but
what would you call it in German?
that's a good question. I own a pair, but I don't know what. They have a name, but
You don't.
it's passion, so I'm
Okay.
up.
All right. No worries. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth is wearing a terribly clashing neon pink and purple one piece with like super high like leg parts to it, which is low, but she doesn't fill it out at all, and it's like slashed between these two colours that super clash with each other.
Wicked.
It's very let's get physical.
Yeah.
Aerobic
Literally what I was thinking of. Yeah, that kind of almost like gym leotard thing from the 80s.
I was
Yeah,
going to say, I think she wears it with leggings to do
You
exercise.
can definitely wear it with leggings and like little sweat feet things.
Or Bob's,
and he's
Bobby.
totally okay
socks.
doing aerobics. But yeah, it's real high and it looks painful to wear, but it's the 80s, so no one cares.
Exactly. Seen it on.
I did some Googling to decide this.
Cool.
What I got
And
with.
Susan the bookworm. What is she wearing?
Mine is, again, it's a one piece, it's a swimming costume, but obviously it is less of that kind of 80s look. It's still quite brightly coloured, but it's sort of it's not quite as neon-y. It has got a sort of a flower design on it, but it's got nice little tasteful frills either side along the hip bit, and it sort of comes up a little bit more to, a bit more tasteful. It probably looks, whereas Elizabeth looks several years too old for her, Susie's is perhaps maybe a year or so too young for her,
Or it's like 50 years too old for her.
Or 50, yeah. It's either really young girls or like an old ladies. But I mean, it's new and it's a fairly nice new design. It's probably a fairly designer-y bikini or swimming costume, but it's very tasteful with little tasteful, frills on the side.
Lovely.
Tasteful.
Tasteful.
Yep. So you're getting on with your swimming lesson, and Rodney sees, looks up, and as he hears this, chink, and he looks over and he sees these skateboarders, and they're rail grinding over there, and he's like, "Oi, you there, stop that!" And he legs it and he goes, "Okay, right, carry on with this lesson." And he goes and he goes over to this kind of like, it's like a large kind of like inflatable kind of like head, and it's got like a smiley face on it, and it's sort of got these sort of like curled up arms underneath it, and he sort of pops it into the corner of the pool, and he types a code in it, and the eyes go flick up, and the sort of like, it's got a smile on it, but it doesn't say anything, and he goes, "Okay, this is Safe Boy," and it's like B-O-U-Y, Safe Boy. Safe Boy's gonna watch, and if you get into trouble, just say help, 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 and as he says that, kind of like these the eyes sort of like scan across the pool, and looking around, and some of its tentacles kind of unfurl, and then it sort of goes, "Oh, no, stop," and the tentacles curl back in, and he resets it. He goes, "Anyway, it's got to keep an eye on you kids, okay? All right, hey, you, come back here," and he goes legging off after. Anyway, as soon as Mr. Rodney's gone, some of those cheeky fellas, these Maori kids, they're there, and they just get up on the side of the pool, and they start doing these big water bombs, whee, kaboosh, splashing. Other kids just they don't want to go swim in the pool. They just go over and like sort of lie on their towels on the sun or chat. Other kids they go and play at the other end of the pool, and everyone just is hanging out, having a great pool time. So
I start doing the dolphin. Pretending
nice.
to be a dolphin.
Nice.
And then swim along underwater as much as I can.
Okay. Oh yeah, cool.
I like pose on the side of the pool. I've not actually gone in yet, but
Yeah. So you're still dry. Your hair is still huge. It's amazing.
Yeah. Like massive hair, and I'm just like trying to look cool.
You've actually produced some sunglasses as well, which none of the other kids have got. And so yeah, you and the other cool kids are sort of like just chilling out, looking cool. And there's these big splashes going on from this group, and then they pick up towels, and they start whipping with the towels. They roll them up, and they start whoopsh, whoopsh, whipping each other, and then they start whipping Safe Boy, whoopsh, and laughing. Look at this thing, whoopsh, whoopsh, stupid robot. Look, he's not doing anything. He's got those long arms. Whoopsh. What you gonna do,
Oi.
Safe Boy? Whoopsh. What?
Oh no, I'm younger than these kids. Oh no, why did I say something? leave the robot alone. He didn't do anything.
Not hurting him. We're just practicing our whippers. Whoopsh. Yeah, got him on his eye. Look, it's blinking.
I feel sorry for the robot. I mean, what if it whipped you back?
But no, with his back, he's just gonna look after us. We're not in trouble.
Maybe look after him. I'm gonna tell on you though.
You're not gonna tell on us. You're not gonna tell on us. And you know
Oh,
this.
no.
You know this group. This group is.
Yep.
This group is called the Manu Boys with a Z.
I thought my goggles might protect me, so I was feeling a bit safe.
You've intimidated. You've angered them because you were just giving them too much cheek. So the Manu Boys come over and they're like this with the towel. What did you say?
Nothing. And I'm looking around for anybody paying attention.
Yeah. Ray
I'm
will
paying attention.
get out of the pool at this point.
Yeah. I'm swimming to the edge.
Pick up a towel of his own. Oi! Why do you pick on somebody your own size?
Boys, look at this. Look, we've got ourselves a hero. What are you gonna do, weirdo? Not you, weirdo. They're weirdo.
Technically, she's the only weirdo. He's not a weirdo.
Shut up, Four Eyes. I'm not talking to you.
Oh! Right, Elizabeth's getting in on this. No one bullies my sister.
Ah.
What's the name of the leader?
Billy.
Billy.
Oh, fucking Billy.
Okay.
Jesus.
Billy.
And he's like, he's there like, I don't care who you are. I'll whip you. Over your cheek.
Yeah,
Well, you
I
can
wasn't
try.
being picky.
And so Ray and Billy are squaring up, and he's got a couple of boys with him. You know their names because they're infamous at the school, especially in your year group. They are called. What are they called? Hold on, I wrote it down. I wrote this down. Okay, this is a gang of young Māori kids. Their leader is Billy. He's quite chonky. He normally wears his Chicago Bulls basketball singlet, some jean shorts and jandals.
Oh my god.
You know him, don't you, Leslie? You know this kid.
Yep.
You know this
I
kid.
would just go with him.
The rest of his gang, Muzzer, E&B, and Choco Nuts. So, and they're all like squaring up, and they're going, so what are you gonna do? Me and my boys here?
Ah. And do it yourself. Big guy.
Yeah, and he's bigger than you. He's
Oh, yeah.
like
That's fair.
a lot bigger than you. I mean, he's
Elizabeth is making her way over there.
and he's going. All right, hero boy. I'll tell you what. We won't whip anyone if you can do a bigger manu than any of my boys here. Okay. Now, I don't know if anyone. If
Help me
anyone,
out here.
a manu is Leslie. Leslie, can you explain a manu, please?
Like a
Basically a bomb.
So,
You jump off the side of the thing and you try to make the biggest splash.
Alright.
Okay.
Or the coolest splash without doing a belly flop.
Okay.
Okay.
No belly flop. Biggest splash. Okay. That could be like normally judged on height. I think out of the water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You usually do it off a bridge, but this will work.
Or rocks. If you're
Or rocks, yeah. Cliffside. Just hope there's no rocks below.
Yep. So guys, what do you reckon?
It's on.
All right. Okay. Who do you want to challenge then? Not gonna
Everyone
be-
gets out of the pool at the stage.
Yeah. The rest of the pool is clearing up, and they're all sort of like, they're sort of like standing at a safe distance.
Should we go get a teacher, Roy?
Okay, well, pointing to... I don't know. Choconut sounds fun.
Choco nuts. Oh, you want to take on me, hey? Oh, sweet Ray. And he goes.
Ew, the kid.
This is Choco nuts. Choco nuts. Choco nuts. It's not me as a kid, all right?
All of the above.
Okay. He goes, okay, all right. How to speak then? And he goes up, goes to the side. and he goes and he launches himself. He leaps high, and he sort of like arches his back, and then as soon as he hits the water, he sort of like as he's in the air, as he starts coming down, he kind of lifts one knee, and he kind of like goes into the water, and it's almost like he slides in, but then it kind of like is disappeared, and there's like a badoosh, and this kind of beautiful plume of water goes up, and the other bros are like, oh yeah, chuku. And I'll let you roll an investigation to see to try and work out the method that he did, if you want it.
All right, first roll.
First roll.
Yeah, the first roll ever.
First roll ever.
And something I suck at. Yay! All right, let's see.
You got this. You don't got this.
What happened in chat? Hold on. 0 successes. Okay, so you saw how he did it, but you don't know if you can quite emulate the technique. But that's
Yeah.
alright, because you
Yeah,
still
I'm
have a
gonna try
body
my own-
roll. I'll still
Gonna
get you
try my own thing.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so getting run up and going full cannonball, so leap off and then
Okay.
foot in the knees.
All right. Okay. Give me a body roll.
Move or just body.
Oh no. Sorry. Yeah. Move.
Okay, better.
Nice.
That's
All right. And kaboosh! This unorthodox double knee into a ball style, but you nail it, and kaboosh! And you do get the same vertical height, but you also kind of get like a more of a chaotic lateral splash going as well. And they all look at each other and like, oh, fair enough. Tie, I reckon, tie. And everyone's like, definitely a tie. He's like, and you get out of the pool.
Yeah.
And Choco's nuts is like, whoa, around. And Billy's looks at you and goes, okay, fair enough. What's your name again?
Ray.
Fair enough, Ray, the hero. We're not going to kick off and whip you or your friends here. All right?
All right.
But it's not over, Ray. All right?
All right. I'll see you.
We're going to carry on this challenge down at the wharf. All right?
Ooh.
All right, man.
Not today,
I'm in.
because I
Links up in
got
here.
plans. But before the summer is through, you and me, Ray the hero, bomb off
You got
down
it.
the wharf. Who's got the best manu?
You got it, man.
All right. Anyway, come on, let's play on. All right, I'm not gonna whip Safe Boy. We're not gonna whip Safe Boy, guys. All right, let's just do some bombs. Money time. Boosh. And
I push Billy as he like walks past me. I just want to, as he goes to jump, just
what are you gonna do? What do you do to Billy?
Push
as
this
he's
in.
about to do his jump, I just want to like push him a little bit by accident. I might pretend that I'm calling him,
Oh, okay. Right.
just to make him belly flop. For the 4 eyes comment on my sister, because nobody calls her 4 eyes but me.
Okay. I want you to make me. I want you to make me a force roll.
Oh yeah, I'm so good at that.
Oh,
I am so good at that.
what the hell? Okay.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Okay. Right. So, with your roll, you managed to push him off balance until he does a belly flop. But you can also, you've got a bonus there. So you can give success to another kid. You can impress, frighten, or humiliate.
I'm so humiliated. I'm so on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is my jam.
Right. Okay. So he does a belly. What else happens?
I want him to make an incredible screeching sound, like he's like because this is
Girly.
the 80s, because like a little girl, and sort of cry and whimper a little bit as he hits
Okay.
the surface of the water,
Okay,
like
yeah.
Oh,
What do you
yeah, slap.
Okay, so you push him off balance, and he lands so flat from such a height that you just hear this horrific smack on the surface of the water, and he's like, he gets up and he squeals like a stuck piggy, and he's like, and all his bros are like, oh, Billy, you're okay,
Shame, bro.
Billy. And he goes to get out of the pool, and his shorts are ripped open on the ass. Oh, and the whole group, the whole year group, the whole class is just laughing at him. And they go, and even his bros are like, bro, your stink bum showing, bro. Everyone's looking at your stink bum, and you cry like a girl. Get out! And he runs. He runs into the changing room, and he gets into his clothes. Goes, boys, go, get out of here! Come on, get out of here! And he's like, you can hear sobbing coming from the changing room, and he gets out. And he's like, who did that? Who did that? Oh, screw yous! I'm out of here. And him and the Mono boys, they leave, and then they all go and they're like,
Shut up.
shut up.
Thanks for sticking up for me, Ray.
Thanks, Ray.
Sure thing, man. These guys. Nah, that's just not cool.
The dicks.
Are you okay, Whitney? It was very brave of you to stand up to them in the first place and protect the robot's rights.
Kind of just for like, I see the robot getting picked on, and I didn't realise, I was sort of in the moment. I didn't realise, like, how many of them there were all at once, and then I was like, oh no.
Very brave. Well, I mean, it was also quite lucky that Ray was here as well, because
I didn't know if Ray hadn't been here.
And I would
Yeah,
also
it was
say,
all Ray. Like, I didn't do anything at all. Whatever. Yeah. Well done, Ray. You did all of the stuff. No one would have been humiliated without you. Whitney, how about next time you think before you talk? Stop trying to get my sister in trouble.
I didn't
I wasn't in
didn't
trouble.
know.
I was perfectly safe, actually. Elizabeth.
You think that now, but you tried to get involved, and he called you Four Eyes. Not a nice guy.
No, but he was mean to my friend, and I wanted to stand up for her because she's really brave and
So then I had to
courageous.
stand up for you. I had to push
I
him in
thought
the
you didn't
pool.
do. I thought you didn't do anything.
Well, I didn't, but I did. But I didn't. I had to push him in a pool.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you,
You're
Lizzie Lou.
welcome, but you just shouldn't do it. I have a rep to protect. And then I flip my hair.
And the scene pulls away with
The hair flick.
the hair flick. As the hair flick,
Transition.
yeah, and as the hair flicks over and it transitions to after school. Also,
Great A's.
with your discussions, Elizabeth or Susan, you may have forgotten that Mum likes to do the grocery shopping on Friday after school, so you got to go grocery shopping. You might want to take Whitney with you. I know she likes both of you. She likes Susan and Elizabeth to go shopping because she says if you help her shopping, you get to pick one thing from the supermarket that you like each a treat.
We can always investigate anytime. I can get to the bus home today.
Well, I tell you what, why don't you get the bus and then you come over tomorrow and we'll do homework, because tomorrow's Saturday.
Oh my god, let's take homework.
Perfect. Okay.
And Whitney,
I'll see you like in the morning.
your brother is just like at some point as it's breaking up and he's like in his sports gear, he comes running over and goes, sis.
Yeah. What?
You know the conversation we had earlier?
Yeah.
There's a movie out.
What one?
There's a robot. It's got teeth. Terminator. Can you get it out for me?
A
I know
robot?
you. I know you're cool with Ellen at the video shop.
Only if I can watch it with you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Mum and Dad are probably going out tomorrow night anyway.
Yeah, they'll be going down to the sports club every Saturday.
Way too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see what I don't know if I'm going to get there today, but I'll see what I can do. Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, you gotta get it tonight, please.
But you're not gonna be able to
What
watch
about your
it
friend
tomorrow.
Ray as well? Because he looks older than you. He might be able to help get it out.
That's true. Ray looks older than everybody.
Yeah. He's probably like.
What?
I feel like I'm getting shade. You're not right.
Well, Hannah's
I mean,
getting shade.
also.
We're differentiating between player and character. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Please,
I mean,
sis,
I'll
please.
ask
I'll owe
him
you.
if
I'll
he's on
owe
the-
you.
You already do.
No, don't. What for?
Well, I'm not going to tell you now. There's people around.
Okay. All right.
But I will see you at home. I'll ask Ray if I see him on the bus.
Okay. Cool.
Why? Did you know that there's aliens in the school? Okay, bye.
My friends have given me some money to rent it, so
Oh, give it. Put it in my pocket.
gives you $4.
Man, is this enough for popcorn as well?
Yeah, you can have the change. It's fine. If you can get it out though. No deal if you can't get it out.
Well,
Have you seen the posters? There's like,
No.
oh, it's cool. There's a robot. He's got red eyes, and there's Arnie. Oh, far out.
Oh,
He is
Ugh.
a beefcake.
I know, okay. If that's what you think, sure. Not my type at all.
Thanks, sis. Are you
Again, you already do.
okay? Yeah. So, we're gonna move out to sort of like your after school scenes. All right, I'm gonna take us to the Roll20 map if that's cool.
Ooh, 20 now.
Fingers crossed that this works.
Oh no, I pressed the button.
Damn. Okay. It looks
Look
like
at
it
that.
worked.
Sweet.
So, I'll zoom in so you can see what's going on here. Oh, for anyone who's watching, because they might not have seen this map before, this is Waiheke Island. The Spencer reactor. So back in the day, there's a landowner called Spencer, and he's rich as. He basically owns like the whole east end of Waiheke Island. It's all farmland, bush. He got made an offer by the New Zealand Energy Research Company, and he sold. He sold up for like loads of money. NZ Energy Research built the loop and cordoned off the whole area that you can see as the Spencer reactor. You can see the three cooling towers off in the distance. It's a classic shot of Tales from the Loop. The orange bits, those are kind of like the residential areas on the island. Oniroa, over here, that's sort of like that's probably like the big town of Waiheke. The rest, Surfdale and Kennedy Point. School is down there. Onutangi's another big beach. Ostend, it's basically got takeaways, that's about it. Oh, I think it's got a supermarket. And Rocky Bay is just where the hippies live. And the artists. So, after school, Susan and Elizabeth, your mum picks you up and takes you shopping. Get the groceries. And what do Whitney and Ray? Do you sort of catch up? Or are you on the same bus?
Yeah, probably.
If he's on the bus and I see him, then yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go. All right. So Susie and Elizabeth, you get to the what's it called? The Four Square. They get to the Four Square in Ostend, and you can see there's a group of people like sort of having their own little rally out the front of it. They're kind of wearing pastel-colored polo shirts and slacks and tennis shoes.
Oh no, they look like the Janets.
Yeah, and they're having a bit of a rally and they're handing out flyers. And Janet is there. She's there in amongst them. And she's also handing out flyers. And your mum's there. And your mum's on the PTA. And she waves like, hey! And they all wave back. But you go in and do your grocery shopping. And on your way out, your mum has a quick word with them. It's like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry I can't make it tomorrow. You know what it's like. My husband has Saturdays off, and that's usually the day that we hang out together. So he doesn't get much time off, and I know the girls look forward to seeing him. So yeah, I'm sorry, maybe another time. And you get all your groceries, and do you choose anything while you're in the shop? Did you choose a treat?
Yeah, some kind of like sweet treat to have for after dinner, maybe. Probably something with a lot of calories in it.
Sure.
Like really, really nice sweet treat. Don't know what that.
What would be a
Same.
Yeah.
Like mallow puffs or
Yeah.
something like that.
Basically, because you haven't eaten all day, you decide to eat like the most like sugary, like, is this how you're dieting? Don't eat all day, but just eat the junk food.
So Elizabeth,
Just
you
eat.
probably get like a pinky bar.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
I think it was like marshmallow in the middle with like chocolate on the outside.
Pink marshmallow, but it's like real soft, real liquidy caramel on the top layer, then chocolate. I know.
Wow.
I'm all over that. That's what I want.
Okay.
90%
Yeah.
But I'm gonna
sugar-free, what they
when I
always
get
tell.
home, I'll cut it into bits so that I don't eat the whole thing. I might just cut it into like 6 pieces and just have like a small amount after dinner to,
Nice.
as my reward for, pushing that guy in the swimming pool.
Yeah, that was pretty epic. I mean,
Mm.
you made a potential kind of grudge and rivalry there, but hey, it's worth it. Saved your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, shamed
He
him.
cried like a girl.
Ripped his pants.
The best.
Okay, and you're at home, and there's the flyer. Your mum has picked up one of these flyers and just left it on the table as well, and she's like cooking dinner. So we'll go to we'll zoom over to Whitney and Ray on the bus. Bus pulls into Oni Row. Boop, 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 boop. You get off. Or what do you head up to the video store?
I've asked Ray if he'll come
Right.
with.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Sure. Sure, come.
Thank you. I know my brother really wants it, and it looks like a really good one too.
I mean, I've seen the posters. The leather jacket he's wearing is cool.
I don't know why I haven't seen them. I go here all the time.
Oh man, I want a leather jacket, but my parents are like totally against it because it's made from cows.
What if you just got one and wore it to school only?
I can't afford that. I mean, I'm saving for a guitar.
You need the jacket to go with the guitar, though, eh?
I think so. And I mean, it's like the cow has already been slaughtered. It's like, oh
I
wait,
know it's already made.
hey, wait, already slaughtered. That's a great title. Hold on.
Album name.
I'll add it to the list as well.
Yeah. So your brother wants that movie?
Oh yeah, because it's got Arnie in it, and he's like obsessed with Arnie. And I mean, robots are pretty cool too.
But he has a weird accent. Like really
I know it's
weird.
really hard to understand, but maybe that's what robots sound like when they have voices, you know?
What, Austrian?
I don't know, maybe.
It's
It's way better than German. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Disowned.
But not-
That's alright. At least it's not Swiss.
You're not wrong.
So you get off the bus.
Yeah.
Okay, and you cruise up to Dick's video store.
Yep.
And we've got a handout here for you. Where's Dick's video store?
Ooh. That handout though.
Shinies.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's exactly it.
Look at those blinking lights.
The video store because it's the only one.
Yeah. So
Why
that's
is this
Dick's.
my childhood?
And you go in, and there's posters of all the cool movies that are out. Terminator, that's in the window, and it's got like Arnie's face, and it's got a red eye. It's got a gun. It's so cool.
Oh, I see why he likes it now.
Yeah. And you go in, and there's books. There's rows and rows of these kind of like aisles of videos, sections of like kind of like kids films, and then there's sort of like the horror and some violent action films. There's the counter, and you can see Ellen. She's behind the counter. She gives you a wave. It's like, oh, hey kids, how you doing?
Hi, good and you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's the weekend.
Yeah, and she's quite tall. She's got sort of like a kind of like scruffy hair. She's got big glasses on. She's wearing a t-shirt that says Wayland Yutani Corp. So she's she's into her aliens. Yeah, and you wander around the store, and you find like new releases, but the Terminator videos are sort of R-rated.
I pick up a couple of new alien ones I haven't seen yet, and then head to the counter, and I'm like, "Hey, Ellen, you know, like the Terminator movie?
Oh, it's so good. So good.
Is it really good?
It's really good, yeah.
Because my dad asked me to get it out so that we could watch it on the weekend all together as a family.
Oh, yeah. Your dad?
Yeah.
Oh,
He left
yeah.
a message about it.
Yeah, because
Is
he's
it
not back.
alright?
Yeah. He works at Lupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're opening rocks today.
Oh, sweet. What kind of
Space
what kind of
rocks.
rocks? Space rocks.
Space rocks.
Fuck.
He reckons there might be some sort of weird thing in there, so hopefully. I
Oh,
don't know.
your dad's straight out of a sci-fi.
I know, right? So I want to like reward him, but Ray's older than me, so is he allowed to get it out for us, for my dad?
Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
it's her dad. He's an adult, I think.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
can
won't tell
you
Dad.
roll me a charm roll, please?
Oh, that's
Of
Not-
course.
both of us or just one of us?
Whoever wants to make the roll.
Have you got a charm? Because I don't have any
I
charm.
do. Yeah, I actually do.
Good.
And that's wow.
She's like, I don't know. I've been getting a lot of. It's been a lot of weird
Alright.
people like sort of like stressing about, R-rated movies and kids and.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell anybody. I mean, my dad wants.
I know you
anything
won't
to
tell, but if people find out that I'm like, renting movies to kids and stuff that they shouldn't be watching, I'm already getting loads of grief about it. Like the PTA.
But like,
Have you heard of them?
ugh, yeah. There's a weird robot on the PDA. I'm pretty sure she's a robot.
Oh,
Slash alien.
I'm sure there's more than just one robot. I think, yeah,
Do you reckon aliens?
or aliens,
take
or
over?
alien.
Do they wear? Susie asked me a question today. Do you reckon aliens like take over people's bodies, or do you reckon like they pretend to be humans?
Well, I don't know. There's a few theories on that. Have you seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
No.
That's a classic. You should watch that.
I run over to the list. I run over to the shelf where I know it should be. And
Yeah.
I'm like scanning.
You find it.
Is
You
it
find
in
it.
stock?
Yeah.
Can we add this to the pile of the Terminator, please?
Oh, and just then, like this guy comes in, and he's wearing like a sort of like a pastel colored polo shirt,
Oh no.
and
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
and some dress shorts, and he comes over and he's like, he walks in and he goes in. He's looking at the rom-coms, and he looks over and he spots you in like the sort of like action horror section, and he's just like stares at you, and then you see he disappears and like out of view as he goes around another one of the shelves.
I
They
move
are-
a step
they
closer
are-
to Ray.
They are spreading.
Is it? And I look at the movie in my hand and I'm like, is it true? Is this a true story? Oh my goodness.
What are these guys, Al?
I don't know.
Are these the ones you mentioned? Alan?
Ellen?
Oh, what?
Are these the guys you talked about?
She looks up from her comic book. She goes, well, I don't know exactly, but the clothes match.
That was the same one as the PTA lady. And
Well,
was
she wore long pants though, didn't
Well,
she?
yeah, but same pastel shirts and stuff.
Yeah, creepy. Totally.
Come over here. Come over here. So you go. What you got there? Come on.
I hand over that invisible.
These are fine. These are fine. These are fine. Yep. No problem. Yep. That'll be £7.50, please. $7.50.
£7.50, what left? I pull out my brother's $4 and then I get some money out of my wallet.
Okay. All right. So I'll need the new release back tomorrow. But the other movies you can have all weekend. Okay.
Can I do it on Sunday? Can I do it on Sunday? So much.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. No
Thanks,
problem.
Ellen. You're the
Okay.
best.
Okay. Yeah. And as you go in, as you sort of go to leave, this person steps out from the shower and goes, "What did you just rent?"
A movie?
Obviously. Which one? Show me.
Why you
Why?
care?
Because I believe that you've been rented a film that is inappropriate for your age range.
It's for my dad.
Oh, really? For your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And off you go.
Put them into my bag. Zip it up. I'm like looking back at him as I leave the thing.
Yeah. And he's right behind you. He's following you out the store.
Oh no, that's weird. Creepy. I love it. Should we? Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's see what he can do. Let's run. Let's like quietly.
So you run.
You
run
do
a
that.
whole-
You do like the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Run.
Hey, and you leg it with your video bag.
my backpack and my swimming bag that's slightly damp still.
And you run in, and you know that one of the ferries has just pulled in, and the bus is just coming around the corner and is heading down, and you run and jump onto the buses, and then it picks you up and drives you away. And you're looking out there, and it's just like,
Is he following?
no, he's just standing in front of the video shop, just like looking.
Oh no, I hope we didn't get Ellen in trouble.
She'll be fine.
All right.
She doesn't take shit.
So that scene
If
ends.
Dick,
So
What?
that
Sorry?
scene ends with. Sorry.
I was saying, if Dick Thompson hears about it, we're gonna be in trouble. It's a video store owner. We're gonna be in trouble.
That scene ends with the bus driving away, and that sort of like weird guy just sort of looking at you. We'll fast forward to the into the evening. Ray, you're at home. There's a knock at the door, You're
Right.
playing your music. There's a knock at the door.
Turn it down. What?
And you can hear, not your door, the front door.
Oh.
So you don't hear that. You probably don't hear it, but you
Yeah.
do hear like your dad going, "Ray." Oh, they're American, aren't they?
No, they just lived in America
Okay.
for well, quite a while. They moved there in the
I'm
late
not going to try an
60s.
American accent. I will just murder that.
Oh my god, please though.
Just go on.
Can you give me an example? Because I can't even think of one.
Well, dude, that's kind of funny. Yeah. So just go surf it, dude, man.
Ray,
Yeah, man.
Chill.
Ray,
Turn down. What?
can you get the front door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just open the door unnecessarily loud and bang it. Not much, but just enough to make a point.
There's a person. There's a woman standing there. They've got like a high side pony. They've got a pastel coloured polo shirt on,
Oh, Jesus.
and they've got some slacks on and tennis shoes, and they're like, "Good evening.
Yeah.
Are your parents?
Evening.
Are your parents home?" And they've got a handful of flyers.
Wait a moment. Just shut the door in their face.
Blunk.
Oh,
Go outside on the porch or veranda or whatever you call it.
Yep.
Mom, Dad, there's a weird lady.
They're
She
still in the
has
workshop.
pamphlets. Are you high?
No, we'll be right there. It's fine. I'm coming up.
Okay.
And so.
But Ray will stick around so you can hear what's going on
Okay.
because this is getting weird.
Yep. So your dad comes up and he's wearing his workshop leather apron, and he's covered in sawdust. And as he walks up past you, and he goes and hangs his apron by the front door, and he opens the door, and you know this is not a surprise that your mum and dad are naturists, and
oh no.
they completely naked, like with sawdust on them, and they open the door, and they're like,
Okay, Ray will try to get in position where you can see the lady's face.
okay.
Oh yeah.
You open the door, and you can see like the wide eyes of this lady widen even further, and a look of absolute horror briefly passes over the face before it's replaced with a smile, quite a wide, although a little bit disconcerting smile. And they go, "Good evening, sir." And it's like, yeah. And they're like, "My name is Tamara, and I'm here to hand out a flyer about our demonstration tomorrow about raising your children correctly and making our community a great community. Do you feel you're setting a good example for your child?" And your dad is like, yeah, he's well educated and he has a lot of freedoms, but he also has boundaries. She goes, "Yes, that's great, but do you not feel that being naked is destroying his innocence a little bit?" And they're like, "No, it's completely natural. You know, this is how we're born." "Yes, but that's not how society operates. We cover our bodies so as not to make other people feel uncomfortable." So, well, I'm sorry. If you're uncomfortable, that's not my problem. I'm fully natural. And what about that music that was playing? That sinful music. Who was playing that? That's just some melodic metal music. I don't know if you've listened to metal music before, but the harmonies can be quite complicated and very special. It's your dad stepping up.
Yeah.
It goes. And she goes, There have been studies made where that kind of music will lead to harmful thoughts within young people, and it shouldn't be allowed. And your dad is like, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, but I don't like you coming into my front door and accusing me of raising my child wrong and abusing the trust that we put in my child and myself. So thank you. I'll take one of these and read it later. And he sort of passes it back to you, and then good evening, and he closes the door. And he turns around and he's like stands there with his hands on his hips, fully naked. He's just like,
Yep.
What a weird person.
Yeah, there's more of them around. Like we saw one in town.
Okay.
They're strange, man. Thanks, Dad. That was cool.
Yeah, no problem. High five. Bam.
Yeah.
And they
You get that.
The willy wobble.
Yeah. Swings a little bit. And the scene ends as he's walking back with his skinny ass going back to the workshop. Picks up his apron off the hook. Dinner's in half an hour.
All right.
It's quinoa tonight.
All right.
Okay, and we'll finish before we go for a little break. We'll go back at Elizabeth and Susan's house. Your mum's cooking. Your dad comes home. He's like, "Hey, girls!" And he goes and like gives you a big cuddle and big hug. He goes, "How's everything with you two?"
Amazing. I left you a story that I've written for you to read, but obviously not right now. Maybe you could read it for you to go to bed.
Oh yeah, excellent. Where is it?
I left it on the counter. Hang on a second. I'm assuming Elizabeth put it back afterwards, did she? There you go. I wrote the story.
Perfect. Oh, just let me read. Just let me read the first. Oh, I love it already, Susie. Oh.
Oh, thank you, Daddy.
Because of the corrections that I put in.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the annotated bits. Yeah. Good. Nice to see.
Annotated bits? I
Yeah.
didn't annotate my own work.
Hey, honey, what's for dinner? And it goes off. and
That is so
he
weird.
goes into the kitchen and gives your mum a big kiss.
That is a bit weird.
And you can hear her going. You can hear them whispering. Go. Oh, the PTA, they're getting all geared up for this demonstration tomorrow at the video store. They're like, they're not happy that apparently they're renting videos to like young kids, and also there's the music stores, like, you know, selling like satanic music to like kids as well. It's all kicking off. Janet's just on one at the moment, and I don't know. She reckons there's these studies.
Susie's making notes.
There's these
Janet is on something.
She
It looks just more like
She showed me
buy
these
all
stats.
the videos and music before they stop you.
Yeah. Yeah, she showed me these stats about, you know, kids that watch like horror films and violent films and listen to like rock music. Like they get brain damage. A lot of them are being brain damaged. And I don't want that for their kids. And also, like, some of them are playing role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, and they're like becoming cultists. Have you heard of that? You don't know if our daughters are playing Dungeons and Dragons, do you? Because I don't want that. I don't want my daughters to be cultists. And she's like, and your dad's like,
I mean, I'm
honey,
sort of in some sort of cult. Cult of cool.
the cult of cool.
Cold was cool.
And your dad's like, "Don't worry, honey. I'm sure it's fine. Let me have a look at the flight. Okay, yep. Demonstrate. Do you, what kind of community do you want? Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit preachy, but I'm sure they come from a good place, darling. Okay. And we pull away from your mum and dad sitting at the table and serving up food, and you guys having a lovely dinner, and then we'll zoom out. And we'll go to a break, and then we'll come back into Saturday. And the demonstration is planned for Saturday as well. So I don't know what you guys have got planned for Saturday, but there's certainly some stuff going to be kicking off in Aotearoa, but also that's like the big town. So all the townies and all the flash kids from Auckland are going to be coming over for the weekend. So we're going to take a little break. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. I don't know. Is 10 too long? What do you reckon?
Yeah, make it 5.
5? 5
yeah.
is good. Okay, cool. 5. All right, see you in 5. Boosh, we out. And we're back. Welcome back, my beautiful players. Welcome back, chat. Okay, so it's Saturday. You all have a restful night. You wake up. It's Saturday. Yes.
Saturday.
Saturday.
You know that there's that demonstration going on. That PTA weirdness that's going on. There's also, like we said, the island Oniro is going to be heaving with new people, so it's kind of a cool place to go hang out on a Saturday. You guys want to make your way there, or do you want to do something else? It's up to you. I kind of hope you go there.
I mean, I was gonna see if Mum would drop me off at Susie's, just to see if we can get some homework done in the morning. Like first thing. You're muted, Cat.
Cat, you're muted.
Cat.
Again, yeah.
My parents are quite interested in going to the rally. I suspect Whitney comes over, we do a bit of homework, and then we go that way. Basically, because I wouldn't be surprised that if I've told Whitney about the fact that there's the demonstration about the video store, because I know that she knows she's connected with the person from the video store.
And I tell Susie about what happened yesterday when we got the videos.
Yeah, and the conversation you had about the aliens. So we will probably be up for going to that.
I am.
Yeah, we will follow your story link.
Thank you.
Yeah. Vicious of poorly dressed old people.
And Ray had a really, really obvious show that they're a bit weird now.
Yeah, so he will definitely check that out. In the morning, he will write a letter to his pen pal in the US.
Nice.
Who sends him tapes.
Sweet.
He would return tapes, but you know.
By the time you get there.
Yeah, and the local metal scene isn't exactly balancing.
No.
And he would send him some lyrics he wrote.
Nice.
So yeah, no, he does tape trading as much as possible to keep in the loop.
Oh, that's cool. Tape trading.
The loop?
Yeah.
Wicked.
The loop?
Yeah, you feel that
I said it.
You feel that the tape trading is a little bit one-sided because of
It is. Yeah, that's why he sends over his lyrics.
Yep, nice. Yep, I like it. So, Susan and Whitney, you're going to live with your mum and Oniroa. Elizabeth, what was your plan?
I'll go. I am curious about what the Pastel Cult are doing.
Okay.
Mainly because of their terrible, terrible outfits.
Yeah.
It's just a fashion disaster going on there, and I am gonna go. I'll make it look like I'm super not interested, and it's like, oh, fine, I'll go if you want me to go.
Yeah.
But really, I'm there to protect Susie Q, and I'm interested in why they are wearing such terrible clothes.
You also know that your
history.
friends will be in Oniroa too because of all the cool, all the people that are the new people coming off the boat, off the ferry.
Which is worrying for me that I'm turning up with my parents and all the cool kids are going to be there, but suck it up.
Yep.
You ask him to park so far away that you can separate before anything happens.
Yep.
And also,
Just
Ray,
drop me out here, Mum. Just drop me out here.
Gus's music store is in Oniroa as well.
Yes,
Troy.
they are selling the over 80's music. I made a note of that.
Yeah. So you get there, you get a lift in, but Ray, you get there somehow.
Yeah.
And in fact, you might, I don't know where you live. You might even live in Oniroa. It might just be a stroll.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you get into there, and it's probably like late morning. So a lot of the, a couple of ferries have already arrived, and Oniroa's heaving with people. There's a lot of sort of like neons going on. A lot of kids wearing kind of like neon zinc on their faces. It's a hot day. Board shorts going on. There's big hair. There's scrunchies. There's a lot of 80s going on in Oniroa today. And
Can I be wearing like some really neon like lycra crop top and like cycling.
Bike shorts.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, can I just say something? For my 7th birthday, I was so excited. The cool girl, I had everybody over from school in my class. Everyone was there, and the cool girl gave me a matching crop top and bike short set with hers. Hers were pink and mine were yellow, and I rushed to put them on straight away. I thought I was so cool.
I had like one that had like butterfly. It was bright pink and it had butterflies on the top of it, and then like bright pink cycling shorts.
Amazing. Amazing.
Mine was mainly black, but they had like pink stripe down both boobs and like on the side of the legs. And I thought it was so cool.
The coolest. Oh, you're the coolest.
God, Emma Cooney, eh?
Emma Cooney, fucking legend.
Sorry. As soon as you said it, I was like,
No problem. Yeah, no, I love it. Oh yeah, I think I've got a. Oh, I've got a. This is like one of the shops.
It's like one of the shops down the road from me now.
Is that your now?
That's my now, yeah.
No way.
One just around the corner. Around the corner looks exactly the same.
Yeah. So there's shorts, there's singlets going on. I think that guy on the left's got a mullet. There's a little ute. Amazing. Right. So, as you're milling about, you can just you start hearing this like low, this kind of like. And you can from around the corner, you can see like a line of people protesting, and they're in their pastel polo shirts and their shorts or their slacks, and they've got like signs that they're holding.
Is Elizabeth and Susie's mum in this protest? Like, has she joined the protest?
No, because she's with your dad, and she's just hanging out with your dad, so she wasn't going to become part of this thing. So she goes, oh, look, there's Janet over there. Look at, oh yeah, they look at them. They've all got signs and everything. That's full on. And they come marching out, and they're going up the high street, up the main street towards the video store. And the signs are like, they've got signs, and they say things like prohibit sin or think of the children. And they're marching out of the seats, and it's weird because they're sort of like they're like a marching band. They're really in unison.
Are they all doing the weird, not moving their eyes?
They don't look so
thing?
smiley. They're sort of like a little bit frowny.
I'm taking notes at the back of my book.
And they're chanting as well. And as they get higher up, the chanting gets louder. And they're saying like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't show our kids your sex and war. Five, 6, 7, 8. Dump that filth for it's too late. And it's like, 4, it's too late? That doesn't even fit properly. Anyway. And they're chanting this up the street. And Janet's at the front. And she is on fire. She is like whipping her crowd up into a bit of a frenzy. And she's saying things like, the video stores poisoning our kids' minds with their filthy, unadulterated sex movies and their violence. Studies have shown it's going to cause brain damage to our kids. We don't want brain damaged kids, do we? No, we don't want brain damaged kids. We don't want brain damaged kids. And people like all the townies that have come over, like, what the hell's going on here? What's going on here? And the locals are like, that's weird. And then they start marching in circles. They get up to the video store and they start marching in circles. And they're going. Janet's like, this is a den of sin. In there, There's a woman who rents filth to children, to our children. What kind of community have we got here? A sick one. We need to purge this community of these satanic and filthy thoughts. We need to get rid of all this. We need to protect our children. If we want to be a beacon of light in this country, if we want this community to be idyllic, we can't have this kind of filth here. And they're marching, and the people are marching are sort of like every other person, like the signs are going up and the signs are going down, and they're sort of all weirdly in unison. It's like they've been, I don't know, they've been practicing like a marching band. And they're going around and they're going, filth, 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 filth. And it seemed like, looking at it from afar, it's like, it's kind of like, it's quite creepy. People who have come down from town just think it's like hilarious. They probably think it's performance art, but people who know like the video store and stuff, they think it's maybe a little bit over the top. Your mum and dad are like, I mean, it's extreme, but I mean, studies have shown, I mean, brain damaged kids, we don't want that, do we, hun? No, darling, we do not want our kids to be brain damaged. So, and it starts getting more hectic, and then it's just like, the woman in there selling those videos, she also lets them play Dungeons and Dragons. And you need what?
I want to give that a go.
I can teach you.
Okay.
I mean, I get to play. Ellen sometimes lets me play.
Kids have killed themselves playing that game.
It's not true.
It's a satanic cult.
It's not true. Just because we
She's in
sacrifice
there.
people every now and then.
We need to help this community. Let's help this community now. And they start marching up to the front doors of the video store. And,
Hey, no. What's going on?
And you hear a smash. You hear a smash of glass breaking. And then like a whole bunch of them like sort of like throw their signs down and just pour into the video store.
Whoa.
And it's like, what? And your mum, Susan and Elizabeth, your mum and dad are like,
I'm sort of pushing my way forward. No, Ellen, no.
and there's like a wall
People.
of pastel blocking you. And it's that you can hear like, yeah, tear that stuff down, put it away, get rid of it. And you can see like some of the other protests, some of the demonstrators sort of like handing out flyers going, this stuff is poisoning your children's minds. Please feel free to hand in any material deemed toxic to your young people to us and we will destroy it for you. And they're handing out and goes, materials such as music, like metal music or R-rated films, horror and violence. Music such as sold from that store up there. And you look up and Ray, you can see they're pointing up to Gus's store.
Yeah.
And you can see Gus in the window, like of the store, and he's like wide-eyed, and you can just see sort of like see his arm lean over, and the sign goes from open to closed.
Yeah, it's like Ray's like
and then his head disappears from view, and you can see the sort of lights inside go out.
right.
The door's closed, locked, lights go out. And so everyone's kind of shocked that this kind of like this mob has smashed, broken the front door of the video store, piled in there. You don't know what's happened to Alan. You don't know what's going on in there.
This went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, and there's like a sort of like a wall of pastel as a semicircle around the outside. and they're just holding their signs that say prohibit sin. Think of the children as a barrier. What do you guys want to do?
I'm trying to get inside to protect Ellen. I don't think I'll be able to, but you know.
You can't get through this. There's no way to get through this wall. There's there's a side alley.
Yeah, do I know if there's a back entrance?
There's two entrances into the video store. There's one from the barber shop. There's a side door.
Can me and Whitney maybe sneak that way round? Pretend to be
like so that they don't show us. So see us.
Yeah.
Okay, Ray sees that. It's like, this is not good.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a spoon box, goes in the other direction, finds a nook somewhere there, and just to give them cover, just starts blasting metal.
Don't sacrifice your boombox, bro.
I won't, because it can't break.
No.
Iconic item. But yeah, it's just to give them cover. He will just like crank it up to
that volume where it distorts all of the sound. You can't actually make out what they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's just
you
get the guitars and the drums, and that's about it.
So you go off and you start playing that music, and immediately like 3 of the PTA, because that's who it is, they come over, and the first one just comes over and kicks it. Just kicks the boombox over, and it stops playing. And the other two look at you and go, "Do your parents know where you are right now, young man?"
Probably. Told them.
Maybe you should go and find them.
Why?
Because it's not safe for you here, playing that music.
Are you gonna hurt me?
It's not safe for you, playing that music.
I don't like it.
Are there non-PTA people around?
Yeah. Well, they're sort of like because you went off to, where did you go? You went off to the
just the other direction. If they went around this way, you would have gone.
So
this
most
way.
of the people have gone up and are sort of like looking at the video store, or they're sort of like, so you're off to a little bit.
Well, let's use that vocal talent of his, and just grabbing the boombox and running out of where he is towards civilians, just screaming at the top of his head, "Help! They want to hurt me!" and pointing at the 3.
Okay. So they're like, "Oh, he has been brainwashed by the music already. Where are his parents? Where are his parents? Who is this young child's guardian? Are you a runaway? Where are your parents? Where are his parents? Nobody knows. He's abandoned. He's listening to this satanic music." And people are going, "Oh yeah, where are his parents? Oh shit. I mean, that kid's just on his own playing that shit music. What the fuck?" And so that happens. So and on with the other people, Whitney, you know that there is a exit door, and I will just quickly show to everyone. Bam. Click bam. Nothing happened. Nothing bammed. So that's the video store. Entrance there.
Yeah.
Door to the barber shop, so the hairdressers on the inside. There's an office in the back, and there's emergency exit down here. Oh, why am I not? It doesn't ping on the.
Doesn't ping one on handout. That's where I can see it.
That's okay. Yeah. So you can't get in through the emergency exit. That's like a flat door. It's like a bar on the inside.
Is there a window?
Not down the side. No. In fact, and the place. Down all this, there's nothing down the side, and there's PTA all around the front.
Yeah.
Can I maybe try and just push our way to the front and just... I can see that they want to go in the front. I'd just like to sort of charm my way in the front door.
Okay. There's no possibility for you to charm. They are not letting anyone.
Charming as heck.
Yes, you are. But this is
I
a task.
think we need to regroup at our hideout and make a plan.
Maybe we
I
could go
don't
into
know
the
again.
barber shop as well and see if Ellen's okay.
Yeah, could do that.
Can we hear anything? Like we sort of press up against the emergency exit. Can we hear anything like inside the store?
You can hear rummaging. But you can also hear like PTA voices.
Yeah. What are we gonna do even if we do?
Put
get
them in here.
inside? I mean,
Put the tapes in here. Put that filth away.
I'm just taking stuff. Like, I don't think we can.
Tear it off the
stop
shelves. Put it in here. We'll get rid of it.
Adults are the worst.
I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to stop them from stealing the stuff. Maybe when they've gone, we come back and we then find out what they've done with her and
Yeah,
and
we
her
can
things.
Yeah. And so
it. Yeah, I'll help come back and clean up.
yeah. So as you can see, like the camera sort of like pulls away at this sort of like mob. There's a whole scene with like Ray sort of running out on the street.
Yeah.
Us desperately trying to
And
get in.
You
Yeah, and they
Liz
were like,
making
in.
her hair so desperately trying to.
Yeah.
And then we're like, wait, we can hear Ray shouting for help. Oh my god, what's wrong? And we start running out towards the
Yeah.
front now.
Start running out. And the PTA, they close ranks. You don't know if anyone's called the police because I'm sure this is like an act of vandalism, probably played off as an accident, or maybe.
You have to go find a public telephone.
Oh, that's down at the other end of town.
God.
And as the camera pulls up from this total like chaotic scene and spins out, I think that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Ah,
They are zombies! Or
That's
robots,
totally
or
robot
aliens.
Not
zombies.
zombies.
Robot alien zombies.
They not
Yes.
zombies.
Robot
Or
alien
possessed.
zombies.
From the future.
From the future that
From
are
the future,
possessed.
and they are controlled by this rock that's being split open.
And also they wear bad clothes.
Yes.
Oh,
Look at
totally,
it.
it's the creases down the middle.
That's what we wear in the future, apparently.
Oh, thank you guys.
right.
Thank you, my
That
players.
was so good.
Thank you.
That was wicked. Yay! I loved it. I loved your scenes. I love the pool scene. That was so much fun for me. That was awesome.
There's some money now.
Yeah. But yeah, you've the mystery has started.
Oh yeah.
The mystery has started. So
Mystery of the alien
Um,
robot zombie
yeah, the alien robot zombies. I love it.
Whoop, whoop.
from the future.
Cool. So before we sign off, is there anything you want to say to? I think it's only us watching the stream, but it's also
Wash your hands. Be
Nice.
safe. Stay
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Stay home, save
Stay
lives.
home,
Stay
save
home.
lives,
Nice.
wash your hands, don't touch your face,
Eat lots of chocolate.
and eat all the chocolate.
Oh, come on. I
And
mean,
have bad haircuts.
yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
that's
It's
partly the
awful.
reason.
Seriously, just watch like YouTube videos of quarantine hair cutting and quarantine bleaching. It's my life. Like watching girls decide they want to bleach their hair for the first time during quarantine and it all falling out. It gives me life. I love it.
At least they're not going out.
Does it fall out? And there's it
So
falling
good,
out?
yeah. So like, there's this one girl and she's got this really dark hair. She's like, I'm gonna go platinum blonde, and she in like 36 hours she dyes it like 8 times, bleaches it 8
Oh.
times, and then she washes out the last time and combs it, and it all just comes out with the hairbrush, and she's like bald. It's
Don't
so
ever do that,
good.
chat. Do not ever
Yes.
bleach your hair that many times.
Just eat chocolate, guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Eat
And
chocolate, chill.
and listen to metal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen to metal. Watch those bad films. Watch those horror films and those violent films.
Keep an eye on
Play
Pestle
some
wearing
D&D.
Don't play
robots.
D&D.
Yeah.
It's satanic.
Definitely play D&D.
No.
Only play
And-
D&D.
Can I just shout? I want to shout out to Martin who just subscribed with his Twitch Prime. Boom! Cheers, my bro.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. This is yeah, that's cool as. Thank you. Don't play D&D, Martin. Satanic.
Play Tales from the
Do you know what you
Loop.
should do?
What?
You should play D&D while listening to metal.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
Straight to hell.
And then afterwards, you watch a violent movie.
Yeah.
Cool down.
Yeah.
Cool down with a violent movie.
Yeah.
To hear all of the words of Satan.
We're
That's
damned.
exactly it.
I feel like I'm damned.
We all are. You're in
thank
good
you.
company. Thank you.
Evan, for
You're welcome.
allowing us to play in Waikiki Island in the 80s.
It's alright. I'm reliving my childhood.
You're reliving my childhood, bro.
Are we just playing this game to relive your childhood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
we're
much.
just along for the
Pretty
ride.
much. Yep. But you're doing it very well, so I thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you,
All
bro.
right.
You're doing really good.
Thanks. Take care and
Thanks,
bye-bye.
chat. If there's chat left, you know.
Martin was there. Martin was
Martin,
there.
thank you.
Alright.
See you later.
Sweet
Good
ass.
night.
Ka kite ano.